What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the twin turbo G35 build. Today I got something super exciting for you guys. This video is going to be brought to you by and sponsored by Last Fit Auto Lighting. And if you guys don't know about Last Fit, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Last Fit is an LED company that makes LEDs for not just Infinity, but pretty much every make and model that's out there. They're actively making new LEDs and they're trying to make a wide variety for coverage across all makes and models. Today we're going to be installing the Pro Series LEDs D2S, D2R for the Infinity G35. If you guys are looking to get some more power or more light out of your current OEM headlights and you guys are looking into the perfect LED conversion, your search stops here. And let me show you guys why. The Pro Series of the LED kit provided by Last Fit is a headache-free installation kit. It is a plug-and-play kit. That means no splicing, no headaches, no ripping your hair out, no trying to figure out what wires go to what. It's literally plug and play. It will also delete the ballast that comes with your stock HID headlights, so there's no issues of your ballast going out. I remember a couple years ago when I noticed my entire driver's side headlight was covered in smoke because my ballast was running way too hot and it was about to catch on fire. I wish Last Fit had these LEDs back then so that I could have just easily swapped it, but now I'm super stoked to go ahead and get these installed and show a comparison versus the HIDs for you guys. The heatsink design on these LED bulbs are perfect for cooling capabilities. They keep your LED bulbs cool in even the roughest conditions. Here in Florida, it is extremely hot. We've been hitting record breaking, almost 106, 107 outside. Feels like 120, and these bulbs will perform perfect. Even out in states in like Arizona where it's super hot, Texas super hot, these bulbs will perform perfectly. They even have a cute little mini heatsink fan at the end of them just to keep everything flowing freely and nice and cool. Back when my HID bulbs went out, I would just go to AutoZone to the parts store and see if I can just get a regular replacement for the HID bulb, and guess what? They wanted $100 for each bulb. Like, they were super proud of those bulbs. With the Last Fit Pro Series, you'll definitely be getting your money's worth. It also comes with a 2, not a 1, but a 2-year warranty against any defects or issues that you have with your bulbs. You can send them back and they'll get you a brand new set. My favorite part about this LED kit from Last Fit is that the design of the LED bulbs, they're designed to disperse light across the entire road and not just focus on one specific part of the road. By the end of this video, after the installation, I'm going to show you guys a comparison of the before and the after, and I'm going to show you guys what really matters. Now, before we go ahead and move on to the installation, the super easy installation, I just want you guys to know that you guys can use code AaronNewman10 to get 10% off of the already discounted price on Last Fit's website. Hit the link in the description, use that link to go ahead and purchase them if you guys are interested in buying them, and use code AaronNewman10 to get 10% off. Just yesterday, on Tuesday, they just received these new Pro Series in stock, so they're ready to go, but they're going to be going quickly, so hurry up and get you a pair if you guys are interested. So we're going to be working on my twin turbo G35 today. As you guys can see immediately right off the bat, there's no front bumper, and you guys are going to have to remove that in order to get easy access to the bolts for these headlights. Since my bumper doesn't really fit on there anyway, I've already got super easy access to the bolts on the headlights, but if you guys have your bumper on there, it's pretty easy to remove it. You're just going to go behind here by the wheel well. You're going to remove the rivet clips that are holding in your wheel well, move it to the side. You're going to go ahead and put your 10mm ratchet on this bolt right here and this bolt right here to go ahead and remove those two bolts to remove the bumper on this side. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. And once you have your hood open, on your grill, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 rivets that you're going to want to remove just to go ahead and safely remove that front bumper. It also might be attached to your splash shield, which you're going to have to remove those little 10mm bolts on the bottom as well. And then you'll have your bumper removed and easy access to these 10mm bolts that are holding your headlight in. So we have 1 right here, number 2 right here, number 3 is going to be up top, and number 4 is over here on the side connected to the fender. We're going to go ahead and remove those, and then it's just one plug to unplug the headlamp, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on our workbench and get started. Once those bolts are removed, the headlamp should just easily slide out, and then you'll have access to the clip that is behind here. As you guys can see, I got the headlamp pulled out a little bit. Just wanted to show you guys a little clip right here. It's just one plug that you got to unplug as far as the headlight. This is what powers everything on the headlight. It's got a little push pin, so you got to hold that with your thumb and then go ahead and pull it out. I got you guys viewing from the inside of the engine bay right now. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that plug. All right, and that's it. Our headlight is free. Alright guys, so we got one headlight removed. I got the other headlight to remove right now, and then we're gonna head over to the workbench and take a look at the housings. Alright guys, check it out. So we have our aftermarket headlight housing over here on the workbench. I got it set on a towel just so it doesn't scratch up the lens right there. I did install that driver's side one right there. As you can see, it is installed, everything's working. And I'm not lying guys, it literally took me all of about 10 minutes just to install this LED bulb. No splicing, no cutting, no headache. Everything is super easy. I'm about to show you guys how to do it. So if you guys are using the OEM headlamp assembly or really any other aftermarket assembly, it may look a little different than mine. This little box, you guys don't have to worry about this thing. This is just what's powering the extra LEDs that are in this headlamp. So I'm just gonna set this to the side. Everything else is the exact same. The positioning of the ballast as well as the positioning of the HID headlight in the stock headlamp and other aftermarket headlamps. In my experience, this last fit kit fits pretty much every aftermarket headlamp. I did install it in some spider lamps in my last G35 and they fit perfectly. This is where our stock HID sits, so we're just gonna go ahead and turn this to the left to unscrew it and remove the cap that protects everything on the inside. We have this nice little gasket just to protect any water and dust going inside. This is gonna be our ballast connector. All you gotta do is twist it to the left and then just go ahead and pull it off of the HID lamp. On my particular model, there's this little ground that sits right here, which you can just go ahead and wiggle off and take off. Then you're gonna have to disconnect the ballast connector from the ballast side. So let's go ahead and turn this thing back around. We're gonna go ahead and remove the 3 screws that are holding in the ballast. Let's go ahead and unplug the connector first. Just pull down on the tab. And you're gonna have to wiggle this connector off. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take off these 3 screws holding the ballast itself in place. And like I said, these things, they tend to overheat sometimes and can give you some problems down the road. We're gonna go ahead and take the ballast out. When you remove the ballast, you're gonna see this gasket, this rubber gasket. You're gonna go ahead and take that off because you're gonna be reusing this on the LED kit just to make sure that it gets a nice seal when plugging it back in. This is the HID connector, and here's a screw that's holding it in. You're gonna go ahead and undo that screw and then unplug the HID connector. Just for reference, this little brown connector right here, you can see on the other headlight, was actually starting to melt. There's only like half of it left over, and that's because this ballast gets super hot, and honestly it's just not the best application to have. So we got our gasket free. We're gonna go ahead and set that to the side so we can reuse it. Here's the ballast, so you can go ahead and just toss it out. This little wire you're pretty much gonna feed through there and then pull it out on the other side. Alright, so we got our ballast cable removed. You can toss that too. So now you can see we have our HID bulb right here. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. Let me get this ground wire out the way real quick. Super easy to remove these. There is a little clip on the inside. You just push down on the clip, move it to the side, and then it starts to lift up. You can do it on the other side as well. Just spread it apart a little bit, and that will release the clip that is holding in the HID. Go ahead and remove it. And this is your HID that was running in the car. Nothing too terrible with them, but if you want something more power, more bright, this is the perfect kit to get as far as the Last Fit Pros. So here's our kit with the Last Fit LED light. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. Beautiful design that we got right here. And then we have our ballast delete. So what's really cool about this, it makes it super easy for installation. You can remove the ballast, or it's not really a ballast, but I guess it's the ballast delete from the plug of the actual LED bulb itself. We're gonna go ahead and seat the bulb, and then we're gonna feed this line through the back of the housing where the ballast is supposed to plug into, and then plug it back in on the inside. And then there's a little screw on here, so that once you connect them together, you can screw it in, and then it will never come apart. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it in the right orientation. You can tell it's the right orientation with the fact that it goes all the way in and it doesn't spin or turn, and it locks into place. We're gonna go ahead and take the clip and wrap it around the bulb now. And we're gonna go ahead and seat the LED bulb clamp back into place, just like how we removed the HID bulb. There we go, now it's in place, it's not moving anywhere. We have this plug, and now we have our ballast delete. So we're gonna take that gasket that we took off of the old ballast, feed it through this little line right here, and just go ahead and wrap it around here, just so it sits nice and also seals so that no water or dust gets in. What's awesome about these bulbs as well is that they are waterproof, and they're also dust resistant. So even if a little bit of water does get in there, they're fine to continue operating. So here's the plug that plugs into the factory plug that the ballast connects to. And then this one's gonna go on the inside of the light. So we're gonna go ahead and install this, but we're gonna carefully feed this wire towards the LED bulb through the housing. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put it in the correct orientation where it should be, lining it up with the 3 screws. Now that we fed it through, we're just gonna go ahead and grab one end of it. There's 4 pins, and then there's a little hole that you use to line up with the other little male hole on here. All right guys, we got it all plugged in. Now we're gonna go ahead and take this little fastener and just screw it in place so that it holds it and will never disconnect on you. All right guys, everything is nice and fastened. We're just gonna tuck this wire back inside. Go ahead and put our window back on here, seal it up. All right, and that's literally it. We're all done. We just installed some LEDs. Oh wait, I forgot. We have to, we gotta put in these screws. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, last fit connector goes ahead and connects up to the stock ballast connector. All right, everything's good. We just finished up, literally. It took me 10 minutes. All right guys, just cleaned up the wiring a little bit with some zip ties. Now we are ready to go ahead and reinstall the headlamp to the car and get some comparisons, see if it's actually worth getting an LED conversion kit. All right guys, check it out. So we got both headlights installed, everything's plugged in and ready to go. As you guys can see, I don't have a bumper, so you guys are gonna have to go ahead and reinstall your bumper, get the splash shield clips, the 2 side fender clips, as well as the 4 rivets up top. Get your bumper back installed. Before you go ahead and do that, you're gonna wanna test it, make sure they turn on, of course. Like I said, if there's any defects, there's a 2-year warranty. If there's any issues at all, Last Fit will cover it. Go ahead and send it back to them and they will get you a new set. You just wanna make sure that they are working good before you go ahead and put your bumper on and everything like that. So let's go ahead and turn them on and take a look and see what they look like. Oh my god, they look super bright. Like even during the day they look a lot brighter than the other HIDs that I had installed, and they also look a lot whiter. I can't wait until nighttime so I can see the true brightness of these LED kit. So that's gonna be it as far as installation. We're gonna go ahead and wait until it's nighttime so we can see the true brightness of these Pro LEDs. Check it out guys. So it's nighttime, we got the LEDs in there. They are super bright. Guys, when I tell you they light up the entire road, I'm telling you, they light up the entire road. I'm about to show you guys a comparison of what they looked like shining on the garage before with the HIDs and now with the new Last Fit LEDs. But check it out guys, they're super bright. Like, I try to put the camera in the view like, oh my goodness, it was not doing this with the HIDs. Like, look how bright it is. It's like overwhelming the camera. The camera's trying its best to adjust to it, but it's just too bright. It's too bright. But they look super nice. Look at it, it is lighting up my entire garage. Who needs a freaking shop lamp when you got LEDs from Last Fit on your G35? I really wish I can show you guys what it looks like actually driving the car down the road, but unfortunately the G took another crap on me today and I gotta check out what's going on with the fuel pump. This time I'm not out of gas, I promise, I'm not out of gas. So I gotta see where it's not sealing correctly, which honestly I'm glad I'm going through these issues now. This way I don't have to go through it down the road later. Once I have it actually tuned and making a lot of horsepower, I do not need it running lean whatsoever because that can be an issue. So with that being said, thank you so much to Last Fit Auto Lighting for sending us out a nice set of LEDs to show you guys, review, install. Shout out to Be Distinct for also installing these headlights. He beat me by 1 day for releasing his video. I was gonna release it on Tuesday, but I got a little caught up with the last video. So shout out to him. He did a really good job installing his, and actually you can see in his video of him driving and showing how bright the LEDs really are. But you guys saw the comparison of it shining on the garage, shining in the garage, super bright. Take a look at them. They're amazing. So if you guys want to get you a set of the Pro LEDs for your G35 or 350Z or really any other make and model, check out lastfit.com. You guys can use my link down in the description with code AaronNewman10 to get 10% off of whatever you want on their website. Also, if you guys want a super sweet jet tag, mine is super dirty right now. I gotta get a new one. But if you guys want a super sweet G35 rear end jet tag, head over to DoubleASupply.com. You guys can get you one. I'm also running 20% off on my website. You guys can use Homie Hookup to get 20% off of whatever you want to purchase some merch. We got t-shirts, hoodies, we got some jet tags, we got some sweet G35 air fresheners. If you guys want to support the build and the channel, head over there and purchase some merch. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the love on the recent videos. You guys are what makes this channel grow further and further every day. You guys give me the motivation to continue uploading. So I just want to give you guys a huge shout out. Thanks again. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Some super sweet content coming. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell. Got some stuff coming for you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.